So for those of you who just popped on, if you can put your first and last name in the chat feature, so we know you're here, that would be great. Your youth's name. Yep, put your youth's name in the chat feature.
Be quiet. I already muted it, right? Or muted? No.
So exciting when all these names I know pop on. Makes me excited.
No.
How was your chicken for dinner, Tom?
Wonderful. I had some chicken and curry if anyone is interested. It was fantastic. I made it quick and went to the orientation, and so I was hangry by the end of the first one, and I literally felt like I was a kid eating a bowl of mac and cheese. I was just
shovel it right in.
Exactly. May as well have just been a vacuum cleaner.
Whatever works, right? Whatever works.
Exactly. Whatever works. Well, it's great to see so many folks joining us. I'm Tom Westcott. I'm the new associate. Oh, there's a dog. Sorry. We got to pause for a second.
It's a puppy.
What's the dog's name?
His name is Rocky.
Rocky? What's it? I love dogs. All right. So my name's Tom Westcott. I'm the associate pastor for Children, Youth, and Family Ministry, and obviously I like dogs. I just started at Trinity earlier in July, so I know virtually nobody. So if anyone wants to drop a line via email, I'd love to get to know you all. Even if it's as simple as, hey, you might know me. I'm Heather Day's son or daughter. Shout out. I'd love to get to know you all, especially since we can't meet in person right now. So.
You're in it.
Yeah, I'd love to have that. And yeah, I'm excited to start confirmation. If you're excited to start confirmation and getting back into the church routine, there's a reaction function. I'm sure you all know about it. Down by the leave and record buttons. So if you're excited to start confirmation and that whole process, once again this year, throw up some clap hands. Woohoo!
Oop, wrong one.
Or
Sorry.
thumbs up, you know, it's a good thing too. All right, most of us, that's awesome.
We're on 2 pages. We went over to 2 pages. Yes.
Your speaker increase.
I love that. Okay, so there have been a handful of you who have popped on since I talked last. So if you have not put your youth name in the chat feature, please put your youth's first and last name in the chat feature so we know you're here. And then we get information to people who haven't come.
It's just I believe it's just your name, right?
Well, use it on your.
First and last name in the chat feature.
Great.
What are you doing? You're literally on. I know it's on.
Okay. Oh, look at all those people in the chat. I love it. Excellent. Are we going to make 3 pages? I hope so.
So if we're any Cubs fans out there, welcome to my world of pain as a Twins fan.
And a Viking fan. So sad.
Stop. We're not talking about that right now.
We're Twins fans.
Sad day.
Disappointed. Very disappointed.
All right. 18 straight playoff losses. It's ridiculous.
It's been a bad couple weeks for you, Tom. Really. I mean,
Yeah.
let's be real.
It's been rough. 2020 has been real.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm excited to be here. And on behalf of the youth ministry team, Heather Day and Ashley Olson, thank you for joining us tonight for our Compass orientation. Might be wondering, what's Compass? What is I'm talking about? So in this time of COVID and redreaming what church looks like, we thought this is a great time to rethink how we do this confirmation process. And so we thought, we're always talking about faith formation being a journey. It's a never-ending process. It's a moving target, if you will. It's not just you're confirmed and you know everything. You're constantly learning and growing. So we thought the image of a compass was great. So that this time of 6, 7, 8, and 9, is a great way to learn some of these skills, some different ways of praying, reading different books of the Bible are great ways to help orient your life and give you some direction in your discipleship as you go on to high school and beyond. So we're really excited for this. Are we ready for the video?
Let me just make sure no one's still trying to get in. Yeah, I think we're good.
All right, so we are gonna show a brief video that we made. It's a slideshow with some narration, and it's gonna be posted onto our website. So if you want to refer back to it, you certainly may. So I will share my screen. Let me quickly close ESPN. So I'm sorry, I'm just being real here, right? Got to talk about the Cubbies losing. All right, share screen. There we go. All right, here we are. And this video is on our Trinity YouTube channel.
Hi everyone, welcome to our brief orientation to Compass, the new format for confirmation at Trinity Lutheran Church. We did a lot of thinking and dreaming as to what this might look like, and some of the things we kept circling back to were creating a sense of community as well as equipping students for a life of discipleship.
With those things in mind, we decided to include 6th through 9th graders in Compass. We feel that all middle schoolers should learn about and celebrate their faith together, as well as our 9th graders that have a separate curriculum that dives into topics better suited for high schoolers. So, let's talk a little bit more about our program. There are so many new realities in our time of COVID-19. We identified a few universal experiences for families at Trinity. First, we all are living with a lot of uncertainty. School, sports, church, family, and friends. With so many unknowns, it is difficult to rely on anything. Second, we are probably experiencing screen fatigue. With so much of our life moving into the virtual realm, the last thing we want for our students is to experience screen fatigue while sitting through an hour-long lecture. Third, we are overloaded with new information. Families and students are overwhelmed with the amount of information from school, media, social networks, and more. So, we hope that our new program doesn't cause a headache, but rather frees you up to continue the faith formation journey in a positive way. Lastly, we all need our peers. Faith is made within the context of being in community with others. Despite being socially distanced and limiting our interactions, we need each other now more than ever.
Recognizing these realities, we are using the metaphor of a holy experiment to help frame our children, youth, and family programs this year. In doing so, we're able to adapt to our ever-changing reality. We are able to listen to the needs of our youth as well as experts in the education field. We can continue to make confirmation a transformative experience, and we can follow the direction of the Holy Spirit.
Our solution is a rebranded and reorganized confirmation program called Compass. As mentioned earlier, we are including 6th through 9th graders. Compass will provide a stable plan that can shift to in-person meetings or a hybrid model no matter what COVID decides to do. We are limiting our screen time to brief modules for each lesson to reduce the amount of time spent in front of a screen at one time.
Compass also has a streamlined communication process by utilizing the Seesaw app, where we can message students and comment on their work within the program instead of sending yet another email. Compass also provides community by incorporating Zoom check-ins as well as group experiences through electives.
Compass utilizes a few core activities. They include a series of videos for each lesson, an application to connect the material learned to everyday life, a Zoom check-in with peers, and also electives to further connect life to spiritual growth.
Here's an example of how a week might go. Each student will be responsible for watching a series of brief videos posted in the Seesaw app. If the video is a bit longer, they will be directed to a YouTube link. Paired with the video will be reflection questions to ponder or Bible passages to dive deeper into the subject. There will also be an application. So after watching the videos, each student will be given multiple options to complete a project to further think about the topic. Those applications are to be turned in on the Seesaw app.
As we mentioned earlier, we are also having Zoom check-ins with myself, Pastor Tom, or Pastor Patrick. After watching videos and completing an application of their choice, students will use the following week to check in for about 20 minutes. Our discussion will be a combination of fellowship and faith discussion. This is an ideal schedule for 2 weeks. Some holiday breaks will throw this routine off a little bit.
Lastly, each student is responsible for completing 3 electives each program year. The goal of electives is meant to enhance one's faith formation journey in areas that are of interest to the student while providing flexibility for busy schedules. We will provide a list of courses students might participate in each month a few weeks prior to the start of the month. Registration for these will take place through Sign Up Genius.
So here is an example month if someone is also taking an elective. Week 1, they will watch the videos and complete the application. Week 2, they will participate in a Zoom check-in and watch the film Just Mercy and begin to reflect on some questions provided. Week 3, they will watch the videos and complete the application. Week 4, they will participate in a Zoom check-in as well as a conversation about the film Just Mercy with a staff member and others who have registered for that elective.
Now, there are a number of online tools to use in our current day, but we are going to try to limit what we use so that outside of our church website and our Seesaw app, you don't really have to look too far to find information. First, Facebook is a way that you can connect with Trinity. We share lots of information about church-wide programs, but we also offer up our Sunday worship as well as weeknight devotions called Trinity 10. Seesaw will be the primary mode for watching videos and submitting your work. YouTube links will be provided occasionally if we need to link a certain video or a resource relevant to the topic of the week. Sign Up Genius will also be used for registering for electives. And lastly, we'll also use Zoom for many of our virtual discussions.
Because Seesaw will be the most heavily used tool, whether through the app, on your tablet or smartphone, or even your laptop, we thought it would be a good idea to walk through how to sign up and use this program.
We're going to send out emails with intuitive and self-explanatory instructions, but in case you need help, we've got you. So I took a few screenshots of this process using my laptop. You'll go to seesaw.com and click on the Login button in the upper right-hand corner. Select I am a student. You will enter the class code provided in the email. If you have not used Seesaw before, you'll create an account with the information that's requested. And then you're done!
Now, let's show you how to submit an application. When you log in, you will be directed to the landing page. Here, you will select Activities. Then, you will find the application activity to complete for that week. Then, when you know which one you'd like to do, select Add Response. Now, it is the important part. You need to decide how to submit your application. If you are writing something or you have a series of pictures, you can add those with the Upload option. If you want to record yourself doing something, you can hit the Record button. If you'd rather type it into the app, you can select the Notes option. We will probably not use the link or drawing function too much.
Let's say I'm going to submit a piece of writing for my application and have decided to type it up on my laptop saying Microsoft Word or something like that. I'll then use the Upload function. Please note that you must save it as a PDF. It will not take a doc format. So I searched my computer, I found the file I want, and it's called Friday Morning Prayer. I'll open it up into the Seesaw app. This is what it'll look like, so you can check your work, add some notes, or you can record yourself reading it as an extra touch. When you're ready to submit it, click the green check mark and you're done!
We hope you have found this brief explanation of Compass and the quick tutorial on Seesaw helpful. If you would like to review this video for reference, we will have it on the Youth Ministries page on our website.
If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact myself, Pastor Tom, or Ashley Olson. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Bye!
Bye!
Hi, everyone.
All right, are there any questions after watching that video? Feel free to type them into the chat function or to go ahead and unmute yourself and ask. All right, since there are none at this time, you might be wondering about electives a little bit. So, Ashley, take it away.
Sounds great. For those of you, before I get to that, for those of you who have not put your name in the chat feature yet, make sure your first and last name is in the chat feature so we know you're here. And then with the Seesaw app, remember when you sign up, I did send those emails out today, so you should have gotten that. When you sign up for that app, make sure you're signing up your youth and not the parent, because we want the youth to be directly responsible for their own account within the Seesaw app. In like a week or so, we will send out another link, so then you as a parent will be able to be added as a parent to your youth. And then that way you will also be able to see their account and can kind of follow their progress and see if there are things that they need to continue to complete, or if they're right on track, or just to check on what's happening. That's an option for you to kind of stay in the loop. So that will be coming in about a week. And also just a reminder that Seesaw can be done on tablet, phone, computer, any of those devices. So electives are going to be awesome. So each month we will have a couple different class options that you can choose to participate in for electives. These you will get a link and it will send you to our Sign Up Genius page. And Tom, can you pop that up for me when you get a chance? Thanks. And it'll bring you to a Sign Up Genius page. This first month for October, I will be emailing them out to you because you won't be set up possibly in Seesaw right away. So I will send that email out by tomorrow for you to have the option to sign up for electives. But then in the future, moving forward, that link will be sent to your youth through the Seesaw app. And then you as a parent, if you have chosen to sign up for that, you will also see all of those announcements and notifications. So when you click on that link for electives, it's going to bring you to a page like this. For example, these will be our October electives that your youth can sign up for. So as you scroll down, there's the different classes with a description of what that elective is, and also what you will have to kind of do for it. So like the first one is a movie with me. You'll watch the movie on your own at pbs.org, and then you will tune in either on October 14th, either at noon or 6:30, and we will have a conversation about Martin Luther and the Reformation. So if that's something that interests you, you can go in and sign up for that. So as you keep scrolling, there's like 4 that are going to be offered for the month of October. There will be a photo scavenger hunt and yoga, and then a sports Bible study with Pastor Tom. And then as you go down, this is the slide or the section you will see where you actually get to sign up. So for example, Lutheran Reformation, which is my activity, underneath it in orange, it says October 14th. That's the date of the event. And then you'll slide over and I have 2 time slots. You don't need to sign up for both. You just need to sign up for one. So do you want to do that at noon or do you want to do that at 6:30? And you'll click it and then you'll sign up. If there are any other supplies that you need, like documents or things like that, once you've signed up for your elective, then Heather is helping me with this so that she'll get a list of everyone who has signed up for each elective. And then if there's materials you need for that, then she will upload the electives, the elective materials straight to your Seesaw app. So you'll be able to see it in your app if there's anything you need. Something I want to point out for the Reformation photo scavenger hunt, it's totally on your own. And the date that's in there is October 31st, only because that project needs to be, or elective needs to be completed by the end of the month. So that's one that you won't zoom in on, you won't connect with. It's just something that you will work on and upload on your own. But then if you look at like both yoga and the sports Bible study, there's 3 dates there. But then under that second column, it says only one of the dates. Because the Sign Up Genius requires us to put in a specific date, we put the first date you have to meet, but please go by the orange dates on the side. So like for the sports Bible study, you will need to meet with Pastor Tom all 3 of those sessions for that Bible study in order to earn credit for your elective. So you do not have to do an elective every single month. We are asking that you complete 3 electives for this 2020-2021 school year. So each year that you are in confirmation, you will need to complete 3 electives. So you get to choose what elective you want to participate in, and you get to choose a month and a time that works best for you. So we ask that the most you do is just 1 per month, but you could do October, November, December and be done. Or if you are a fall sport person and you're like, I need to wait till spring, that's for you and your family to figure out what elective to do and then what time works best for you. We did get a question in the earlier session that a lot of those are during the day, because we know that kids are home on Wednesdays doing at-home learning for the most part. So we have put out day options. So if those are things that you can do during your day and your study at home time, that's what we want to be able to provide for you. Each month, we will also make sure that there is at least 1 or 2 electives available to people that cannot meet during the day, because we know Chippewa and Menominee schools are going 5 days a week. So like my Reformation one, I do have that on Wednesday from 6:30 to 7. So every month, because we have asked you to reserve 6:30 to 7 for 6:30 to 7:30 for confirmation, if and when we're able to go back, there will always be an elective that is offered at that time. And then as we get going and other people are leading different sections or electives, there will be opportunities to possibly have something on a Saturday or another evening during the week. And I do want to say that with electives, we're trying really hard to make sure that it's things that you youth want to learn about and want to participate in. And so if there are things that you want to do and you want to be a part of or learn about or dive deeper into, please let me know. Send me an email. I will give you my phone number. You can call me. We can have a conversation about it. We want to make sure that this faith journey is amazing and uplifting and building on for you and your faith. So we really want this elective concept for you to be able to pick areas in which you want to learn and grow. Also, if there are, like especially you Menominee and Chippewa families, if you know, like you can do it on a Wednesday and then also Thursdays at a later time, please email me those times. So as we're planning our electives for November and December moving forward, we want to make sure that we have a variety of times that will work for families. Yeah, and my schedule is flexible and I'm willing to figure out what works best in your schedules to do that. On the thing I forgot to mention back on the website that Tom showed, behind each one, like for those electives, we want them to be small group opportunities so that because community is important, we want you to be able to engage in those conversations. And so next to that, Like we're really only asking that 12 people sign up for each of those. So every youth will not be able to participate in an elective every month, but because you only need to participate in 3 throughout the year, we're able to offer a variety and multiple classes so that your small groups are different. If there's a class that's full and you really want to be a part of it, shoot me an email and I can either open up another session of that for this month, or it can be something we can repeat in a month coming up. Just please, like, I do not take offense to people saying, hey, can we try this? Or would this time work? Or can we talk about that? Like, that doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm here to provide opportunities that you really are passionate about and want to be a part of. So please do not hesitate to reach out to me if there's something you are looking for. With the electives, some of them are a one-time thing, some of them are a multiple time thing, and that is decided very carefully by us, our Children, Youth, and Family team, and also the leader. So if you sign up for one that is a multiple session elective, we are expecting that you are at all of those meet times for that elective. And we're trying to keep each elective between 2 and 3 hours of work. So the reason my video is a 1-hour session is because there is a little bit of work that I'm asking you to do before we meet, and you also have to watch the video before you come. And so we're counting that as time. And so that's why some of them have work outside and some have work not outside, but then you're just meeting like the 2 or 3 times. So that's the difference in that. We will continue also, as a note for some of you people who have trickier schedules, there will be different electives that you don't have to tune in for, like the scavenger hunt this month. And I know there's another photo challenge for the days in Advent. And so that's another one that will be coming that you can do on your own. And that one doesn't, those ones that you do on your own don't have a limit. So multiple people can participate in that one when it's on your own. Okay, I'm sorry I talk really fast and I just keep moving. So I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna try really hard to be quiet for a moment. And if anyone has any questions, please unmute yourself and ask, or feel free to type your question in the comment and then I can read them and address anything that you guys are wondering about. Oh, that was a really long time. And I know it was probably like 10 seconds, but.
I think Zoom awkward silence is the worst.
I know.
Different
It's
level.
like, are people pondering and whispering because they really have a question they don't want to answer, or are you just kidding?
So I think what we'll do now is we'll show you all. Oh, we got a question.
Oh, yes. Is there anything to make up for last year getting cut short with credits? We love grace in the Lutheran tradition, and so we are letting credits go from last year. I know when we flipped 2 credits, the credit system from before, for some of you that were on the other one before that, we kind of wiped clean, and we're going to do that again. We just really hope that when you families were quarantined, you were doing things to help support each other and help each other and serve and work together with each other. So we are just assuming it was all done perfectly, and y'all are good to go. And so each year you will have to do 3 credits. So 9th graders, 3 credits, and then you're getting confirmed. If you're an 8th grader, you'll have to do 3 in 8th grade, 3 in 9th grade, and so on. Speaking of confirmation, I'm just going to throw this out there. I know that there are current 9th graders that are on the call. Traditionally, confirmation has always been in the fall of their 10th grade year. And so in October, we're going to have our confirmation service, and we hope you all watch it or come and support the youth. But we are actually going to flip that into the spring. So our ninth graders will get confirmed in May when they're done. Just so you're aware, the banquet day will be May 16th, and affirmation of baptism Sunday will be May 23rd. And then it will be springs moving forward. I just thought of something and I lost it. But, okay. With the electives on Genius that are multiple days, are they attended via Zoom? Yes. So everything currently will be online via Zoom if they're meeting and connecting. The videos for our class time are videos that will, Pastor Tom and I and Patrick and Heather and everybody will put together and then upload for the week. Our goal is to have them posted on Sunday, so you have the whole week to do them when it works best for you. And you kind of just work at those at your own pace. So if you want to sit and watch an hour, great. If not, then you can do like one video here and one video there and application this day. Let's see. Yes, so May 16th is the banquet. So when you get confirmed, there's a banquet where we provide food and everything for you. Oh, and Heather just wrote it in the chat. Thanks, Heather. So May 16th is the banquet where all of the families come together. We serve food. We have a little chat. We take photos, and we kind of explain how Affirmation of Baptism Sunday will go. Affirmation of baptism is the fancier word than just confirmation, because you were baptized, now you are affirming your faith. You're affirming that within your baptism. So that's why we call it affirmation of baptism. So that's like confirmation Sunday when they get confirmed in church. What time is the banquet? That's a great question. I'm not really sure, but that information will eventually come out. Yeah, it's just kind of nuts. And if we can do it in person and in our building, then that's what we want to do. This year, we're kind of doing a little drive-by in October and a little tailgating for our dinner, and then we'll still be able to have pictures taken and stuff. So we're not 100% sure on that time. It just kind of depends. Stole making for ninth graders. It has been, what's the word? Tradition for our Affirmation of Baptism kids to create and make their own stoles for ninth grade. This year we chose not to do that, and I actually purchased stoles, and then they will get letters of their own name that will then be stuck to their stoles, and then you get to keep that stole. So we're not sure moving forward if we will go back to making stoles or if we will keep it where we purchase them and gift them to you. So that's still up in the air. What other questions do you have? Trying to think of what some of the other questions were from the last one.
Well, while you all ponder, how about I show you on the Trinity website where you can find ways in which to sign up, and all these links. Again, they're on the Trinity website, but we'll have them on the Seesaw app as well. So this is our landing page for the Trinity website.
We can't see it.
Oh, dang it. Come on, Tom. Figure it out. There we go.
You're good.
There's the landing page. Okay. So there are a couple ways to get there. Let's just go to Faith Development and go to Children, Youth, and Family. And then we've got Learn More about CYF Ministries, and you'll click on Youth Ministries. And boom, there it is. So there's that registration link, which you all, I'm sure, have done. And then you can do the Zoom check-in, sign up right here. And for 6, 7, 8, here are all the dates. Grade 9, you're right there. So let's say, oh, October 7th is next Wednesday. Ninth graders should be jumping in on that. And so here are all your times.
Gerald already signed up. Boom. Done. It's good to go. And about Zoom check-ins, that's where you'd go sign up. And for safety, I just want you to know that we have to have at least 2 youth on each call. We won't do one-on-ones. And so if there's a session that just doesn't have the youth, I will email you or send you a message through the Seesaw app and ask you to choose a different time if possible. We just don't want the one-on-one conversations for safety per our child safety policies. So that would potentially be a thing. Let me think. Just looking. Oh, choir. Choir was a thing that people had a question about. So choir, 6th graders are now a part of confirmation, but they also are still being included in that 6th grade choir. So if you are in 6th grade and would like to participate in choir, you can still sign up and do that. And you know, you can continue to do that via Zoom every Wednesday at that time. If and when we move back to being in person, that's not an option in the same way anymore, because that choir meets when our class time meets at 6:30 to 7:30 time. So if you are a 6th grader who wants to do choir, when we're back in person, you would, when it's your Compass week for lessons, you would come to class. And then on your off weeks, you could go to choir. So that's kind of how 6th graders can have like that hybrid of choir and class. But our expectation is that you first do class. Like that's the priority if you're choosing to go through our confirmation program. Let's see. Okay, I have a new message. Let me scroll down. 9th graders making their stole and scavenger hunt. Okay, so when you want to sign up for an elective, I will email that out. Those are not currently emailed out to you yet. Those will be emailed out overnight sometime, so you can sign up starting tomorrow. That will come through an email to your parents or guardians, and then that link will be there for you to go and sign up. Moving forward though, for November, for the month of November moving on, that link of new classes will come to you through the Seesaw app. And then you'll be able to click it and then sign up. Other questions? Oh, go over Zoom check-ins. Yes, so Zoom check-ins. So Zoom check-ins are a way for us to connect more personally in a small group setting. So when you on a week where you have a lesson, on a lesson week, you will go through the Seesaw app, and there will be different modules is what we're calling them, but there will be like small videos that you will have to watch, and then there will be an application or like a mini assignment that you will have to upload. And I'll come back to that in a second because that was the part I forgot to talk about. But then on your weeks when you don't have a lesson of videos and that learning time, then you will have a Zoom check-in. And that is with myself, Pastor Tom, or Pastor Patrick, and those will be in groups of 8. And then the groups of 8 will meet, and they're just 20-minute time slots. It's a time for us to check in, see how you're doing, answer any questions you have with the learning or the assignments or the electives. It's just a way for us to continue to build those relationships with you youth, and also give you a space to have conversation and talk about what's going on, what you need, and if you need any help. So that's the point, or that's how the Zoom check-ins will work. I would encourage you to have Zooms with all 3 of us so that you're able to connect with all of us. But I also know that there might be certain times that only work for you. But if you're flexible, I would say check them all out. But sign up with me, because just sign up with me. So let's check in. So the thing I want to go back to for the assignment piece or the application, I don't want you to think of them on your learning weeks as this big, huge homework project, because that's not what we're intending. Because you're watching information and we don't know how you're doing with that information, there will be a minimum of at least 3 ways that you can submit your application. So one is for people who are thinkers and just want to write and tell me about something. So when we talk about prayer, it might be to tell me about, like, tell me a paragraph about why prayer is important to you and when and where you pray. So you might want to just write a paragraph or a page or whatever and tell me all about that. So it's much more of an academic response. That's an option. Then we'll have an interactive option. And so that option will be having conversation with someone else or interacting with other people. So it could be talk to a grown-up in your house about ways that they pray and what prayer means to them. So that would be a conversation. Then you could either type that to me, or you could take a video of you asking them that question and upload the video of your questions and their answers. That would be a way to do that also. And then there's going to be a more hands-on thing. So if it's like, let's see, a hands-on way to pray is for you, it might be, I want you to do 5 different ways or practice 5 different ways of praying, and we'll give you some examples. And then tell me what was your most favorite and least favorite and why. So it'd be like, you do the 5 things and you write me 2 sentences. So we're going to try and make them easy, but a way for you to engage with the information that is shared. So then you'll just upload those through the Seesaw app. Because we will assign activities to you, like the video said. You can click on the video and then answer it the way that you would like. Other questions?
I have a question in regards to, I was looking at the Compass Zoom check-ins,
Mhm.
and it says grades 6, 7, and 8. So do I have to register both my 6th and 8th grader at different times, or can they be on the call together?
Whatever will work best for your family. If it's easiest for you to have them on at the same time, then I would say do that. I know sometimes siblings want to be together or don't want to be together, or you might only have one device in your house. And so whatever works for you and your family works for us. Just make sure that you sign each of them up so that they're counted as 2 people in that small group instead of just 1 person in that small group, if that makes sense. So you can go in and sign up Peyton and then sign up both of them. Does that make sense? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. What else?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
That is, I was trying to see the times of the check-ins. Is the latest only at 5 something for those
Yeah.
Zoom check-ins?
Yes, it's 5:20 to 5:40 on Wednesdays.
Okay, because we're Elk Mound and practice goes, like volleyball practice goes till 6. So what about those late, any chance of having a later time or?
Would one of the during the day Wednesday options work, or are they in school all day Wednesdays?
They're in school all day, Monday through Friday in Elk Mound.
Okay, so what would be the earliest time she could have a session? Or a Zoom
It'd be
check?
like 6:30.
6:30, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting us know that. Like, these are the questions with all the school districts that, you know, surround Eau Claire, we're not 100% sure on. So if any other time conflicts pop up, or, hey, I noticed the electives are mostly on Wednesdays, could we do a different day?
Yeah.
These are things we'd love to hear back. Again, this is a holy experiment, so it's going to morph and change as we continue through this year. So we'll get you a
Okay.
Zoom check-in
Okay.
for
Thanks.
sure.
Okay.
And more than likely, I just want to let you know, Vicki, that it won't be on Wednesday at that late time because we're really trying to serve that Wednesday 6:30 to 7:30 time for electives. Because we want them, because we know kids are setting aside that time for confirmation. So we want to make sure that an elective option is always available during that time. So more than likely, it will probably be on a different night. Do you know if what other day of the week would be best?
And I think the goofy thing is, it's like you've got volleyball games on, like a Tuesday or a Thursday or a Monday, or, when basketball season starts, it's like, and practice goes, until, 6 o'clock and, not, living a half an hour away. It's,
Sure.
yeah, I don't know if there really be a better night. I don't know.
Okay.
Honestly, Chippewa Falls also is kind of in the same situation, given the fact that we have classes, in school Monday through Friday. But then, like right now, Luke is in soccer from 4:30 until 6:30, Monday through Friday. Tuesday, Thursdays are games. So if it's away, he's not getting home sometimes, between 8 and 9 p.m. So there's not really a lot of, like doing that 5 o'clock time frame is not going to work for him.
Is Wednesday really the best day, just at a later time?
It is for us, just because they'll never have a game that day, so they would just have practice.
Yeah, I would
we
agree
have
too.
Brady and Gabby are both from Elk Mound as well. So Wednesdays would work best for us for a later time.
Okay, that sounds good. And I know worship is from 6 to 6:30. So 6:30 would be the earliest we would be able to do a few of those. If those of you who have conflicts with that, if you would be willing to email me and let me know the date and time that would work best for you for a 20-minute slot, then based on all the information I get back, I can put something together and then I will update that. I will update the time for our check-ins.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you all. Again, that's what we need to hear.
Because we're like, are people really going to want to meet that late? Like, we didn't know. And so if that's a yes, then we want to make sure that we can do that for you.
Well, I mean, like I said, for Chippewa, he's got practice until 6:30. So he wouldn't be able to do anything until after 7 o'clock. But I'll email you and yeah, that's fine. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome. Is there anything else? Okay, well, before I have Tom pray us out, one last reminder, make sure your name is in the chat. And if you have any questions, please shoot me an email. And the video that we watched with all the details will be put on the website also, so that will be there for you to refer back to if you need it. And just let me know what you need. We are more than willing to make changes and tweaks as we continue through the year. So, Pastor Tom.
All right, let's pray. Gracious God, thank you for gathering us together in this virtual space on Zoom from our very busy schedules, whether it was working or learning in school or virtual. We give you thanks for, again, helping us be the church in new and bold ways. As we continue to venture into our faith formation journey this year, we pray that you give us courage to try some new things. You give us ears to listen to new ideas and an open heart to share your grace and love with all people. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I'd like to thank everyone for joining us. And again, if you have questions, feel free to email myself, Ashley, or Heather. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll get working on that that updated Zoom check-in list with a later Wednesday evening time ASAP. All right, see ya. Bye.